When we talk about Hainan's business environment, there are many different aspects to this. There's the regulatory situation, there's also the current state of technology, there's the social economic situation, as well as access to services and resources. And of course then there's government policies. So this is actually a very big area. The master plan for the Hainan Free Trade Port requires Hainan to have an international business environment by 2025. So what we need to remember is that this is 3 years from now. So what we're going to see is a step-by-step, stage-by-stage implementation of free trade port policies and institutional reforms. Since June 1st, 2020, when China rolled out the master plan to turn Hainan Island into a free trade port, Hainan has issued at least 78 support and policy documents covering tax cuts in corporate income tax, individual income tax. Then there's measures to support the customs supervision mechanism. There are duty-free policies, and there are measures to support the free flow of capital and foreign investment. And of course then as well as the measures to support intellectual property protection. On June 10th, China passed the Hainan Free Trade Port laws, which aims to provide a legal structure for building the Hainan Free Trade Port in a regulated way. It aims to build a law-based administrative department with very, very clearly defined roles and functions. And one of those roles is to protect the rights and interests of international and private organisations. The Hainan Free Trade Port law shows a determination to build a free trade port here in Hainan to the highest level of openness at a national legislative level. The Chinese government established 3 intellectual property courts in China over the last 7 years, in Beijing, in Shanghai and in Guangzhou. And in December 2020, they established a 4th intellectual property court here on Hainan Island. In 2021, Hainan launched the mobile microcourts here in Hainan, which provides the public, litigants and lawyers with full access mobile litigation services. Last year, the Supreme People's Court issued a document proposing the selecting of residents from Hong Kong, Macau and Taiwan to act as jurors and mediators. The Standing Committee of the Sanya Municipal People's Congress here in Hainan did just that. They selected jurors from Hong Kong, Taiwan and Macau. So what we're seeing is a step-by-step, stage-by-stage implementation of policies and institutional reforms. The Hainan Free Trade Port negative list has a total of 27 items, which is fewer than the national foreign investment negative list or the negative list for foreign investment in free trade zones, which shows that there's a higher level of market openness here in the Hainan Free Trade Port. The negative list also allows representative offices of overseas law firms to establish here in Hainan and take part in non-litigation legal affairs. The new negative list widens market access to trade and services and is seen as a key driver in opening up the professional, transportation and financial services sector. There are 11 key parks in the Hainan Free Trade Port designated to road test the new policies for reform and opening up. And companies can get a full range of government services at these parks, from company registration to project investment approval to tax services and visa services. It usually takes a company around 5 to 8 days to complete the whole process of setting up their company. The parks also offer the service of identifying high-level talents, which of course is a key driver for the success of any organisation. There are a number of policies and benefits in place to help attract international talents to Hainan, including housing and car subsidies, education policies, healthcare policies, and these policies have been quite successful in attracting talents to Hainan, not just from China, but also internationally as well.